And that report was from Italy, of course. Now, while many sports fans may recognize the name Lazy Gordon from his days with Maccabi Tel Aviv, the former player and sports commentator has now taken on another totally different role. Lazy has become a talented musician who is hoping that his latest video clip, "Oh My Holy Land," will be adopted by official Israeli bodies and ministries to promote Christian tourism to the country. IBA's Laura Cornfield asked the athlete-turned-musician about the vision behind "Oh My Holy Land."
Well, the inspiration of the song came later when I understood from the people in the office of the Minister of Tourism of Israel that this is a perfect song to lure Christian tourism to Israel. And then that inspired me to go ahead and maybe take the songs to different levels and make a clip and record the song to the best of the ability to bring it to the world.
What was the inspiration for the clip?
The inspiration was basically a song that I was writing as an Israeli who lives here, although I'm American, but I feel Israeli. We have our bad days, and we have, our thoughts that we have to deal with. And so I had just written the song like a normal song that a guy writes, when he sits down and writes a song about. And then all of a sudden, through my lyrics, "Oh My Holy Land" showed up in my lips. So I kind of took it, and just by luck, I guess you sponge some of this culture. When you live in Israel, you sponge it, and it kind of evolves you, and then it kind of happens, and then you write about stuff that you didn't even think about it. But it's a love song that is basically geared to, kill two birds with one stone towards a woman and motherland, in a way that it's talking about that, I know exactly where you live, and you've been living there for a long, long time. You've been staying there for a long, long time. So obviously, it could go either or. And when I understood that this could be a monumental song maybe for Israel to bring tourism here, I really started looking at the words, and I worked on it for a year and a half before we put it out there.
You have some pretty strong names performing with you on the video clip, don't you?
Yeah, I have Yossi Fine who produced it musically. I have Roy Gluska as the director, the scriptwriter, and photographer of the whole thing. Ronen Pinko is the producer at Orona Fakot, and I have a few great singers like Hillary Sargent singing, and Adi Hall, who's married to the basketball player. You can see him on the clip, and also the extraordinary talent of Roni Genosao. And I was very fortunate that a lot of people wanted to put a hand and put their on this video, on this clip. So I was very fortunate.
So "Oh My Holy Land" is a love song to Israel and a way to get other people to love Israel the way you do?
Well, yes. It's actually a tourism song. It's not an Aliyah song. We don't have space really. So we want people to not fear coming here. So when I wrote the song, when I tried to present the song, Laura, I really looked at the people wanting to come visit here, knowing every stone and every place here, but they don't know every bone and every face here. And I wanted to encourage them to not fear getting on the plane and coming there. And then when they're on the plane, the song says, "Up there on the plane, just before I land, finally I understand how you make me feel, now I see so clear." That's exactly what happens to everybody who comes here. It's something you can't explain. It's not in a stat sheet. You can't really write about it. You can only feel it. And this is, if it's religious or it's just a feeling, but it's an inertian thing, it's incredible. You know how you feel that 10 minutes before you land? And I wrote that just, thinking, man, this is the 10 minutes before we see the Holy Land, and I wrote it. So that's how it evolved.